Hi, I'm David Cantor with the law offices of David Michael Cantor, and today's topic is going to be on possession of drugs for sale and transportation of drugs for sale. Now, many times in Arizona, you see both of these charges charged together. What does it mean? Well, it means that you're possessing drugs and they're actually for sale or they're above a certain threshold amount. What does that mean? Well, if you have a certain volume of drugs, it's presumed that you have them for sale. For example, 9 grams of cocaine or methamphetamine in the powdered form, 3/4 of crack cocaine, 1 gram of heroin, 50 hits of acid or PCP, or 2 pounds or more of marijuana can be presumed to be possession for sale. Now, obviously, if it's in a vehicle or you're moving, there's your transportation for sale. Now, the punishment. If the drug amounts are above the threshold, it's a prison-only range of 3 years to 12.5 years in prison. If the drugs are below the threshold, but let's say they're in multiple baggies, you have a scale, you're driving around, that's presumed to be possession for sale. Then you're looking at anywhere from probation with 0 days in jail up to a year in jail, or prison of 3 to 12.5 years. Now the defenses. Defenses are lack of knowledge, meaning I didn't know the drugs were in the room, in the trunk, in the car. I borrowed my roommate's car, or I don't live here, things of that nature. The drugs were for personal use, not for sale. This is a common one we see, is where somebody says, look, it's 9 grams of coke, we had a big trip planned, it's just for me. I'm not planning on selling these drugs. Another time what you'll see is if a bunch of fraternity kids get together and they get all their money together and they say, hey, we're having a big party, I want a gram, and a guy says, oh great, I know somebody, and he gets 10 grams of cocaine, buys it, and he's going to give it out, even though he made no profit, to his fraternity brothers, and then the police show up and he gets arrested, he looks like he's possessing for sale, when in reality he wasn't, he was just the middleman. Lastly, the weight is not accurate. We see this with marijuana cases. That means the plants are pulled out and they're weighed. They're weighed wet, they're weighed with dirt on the roots, and they say, look, this guy has 5 pounds of plants, when in reality, if you shook it down, just weighed it dry, the part that has the THC in it, it would have been below the 2-pound threshold. A lot of times cocaine is cut with baby formula on a 9-to-1 ratio, which in reality there's 1 gram of cocaine, but there's 10 grams of baby formula mixed in. So there's a lot of ways to attack this. We've had great success. If you go to our website and look at the victory section, you'll see that. Now, sometimes we challenge the search warrants and the stops, and we get cases thrown out at the get-go. Now, if this situation applies to you, a family member, or a loved one, either give us a call or go to dmcantor.com, contact us, and we'll set you for a free initial consultation, and we'll go over your case with you.